This is where I am at. Um, so, in fact, I was not recording, so I got to do this all again. See this words? Make glad this is the mural that you can see from the street. But I'm being burned. This is me. Here's my body. Here's me. You can see me. Got the light on in my shoes. And this is where my situation down here. But I'm being burned. This is why I got all these jeans. Here's my hand. All this under here to cardboard as well to protect myself because I am being burned right now by what I believe to be near infrared lasers. Um, lights up there that will go on and off. I'm not sure what those are all about exactly. They look like Christmas lights, but they're not. I don't believe they are because they're not all the way down, and some of them are really sporadic down there. But this is the Glide Church. It's now Monday, October 27th, 2025. I did make a audio recording across the street, right pretty much across the street. I mean, it was a two-part audio where I talked about some things, and I'll post those. I'll post this video as well on YouTube. And I just want to talk real quickly about I was burned last night for about 30 minutes exactly after I went to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom in like these little containers, these little bottled water containers. And I'll put them down my pants basically so I'm not exposing myself outside, and I'll go into those. But no, I do not. When I'm done, see, this guy wants a lighter. I do not have a lighter. No, I do not. And leave me alone, people, please. And don't come spraying shit on me and whatever. Anyways, um, I've got the inner light though. I've got an inner light. Remember, this is from a Star Trek reference. Picard famous episode in Next Generation, the inner light. So, anyways, so I'll tell you about. So last night I was being burned for about 30 minutes. When I went and felt that area later, subsequently, like actually today, it feels all leathery, the skin, but it didn't hurt like it's like right now. Why is that? Why would I get this burning now? This and it's intense and it's sustained. It does not wane. It'll literally be from zero to where it is now, and then it'll just pretty much stop. It won't like gradually fade. Like right now, it's not fading. Um, and so I know for a fact this is caused externally by these lasers. Put it that way. Is what I'm trying. This point I'm trying to make is why is it that I can go to the bathroom, I can touch all the parts what we were targeting. There's no real pain like it is now. But then once I got to the part where I started sitting with my feet like this, boom, the pain. So I wonder what's behind here, by the way. This is wood. Can you hear that? This is cement or tile or whatever this is. This is not. This is wood down here. Uh, so I'm just watching the people that are walking past me all night long. They walk past me all night long. My vision is suffering. We get to my this is nighttime, as you can see. My my retinas are degrading, and it's probably because this poison they use is to collapse blood vessels, destroy blood vessels, capillaries, and it's to make it so. The ultimate objective, I believe, is to stop your performance as a male. Put it that way, right? It's to stop that completely. But in my case, they're having difficulty there, and so they'll never stop using this poison on me, and it's destroying my feet. I get swelling and everything in my feet. They're destroying all the blood vessels in my feet, and I get pooling of water and stuff in my feet and ankles and calves. My eyesight, because again the poison is collapsing and destroying blood vessels, is depriving my retinas of oxygen, or excuse me, maybe everything from blood flow. And so everybody's faces at night, I can barely see people's faces anymore. Like from 10 feet on or 15 feet onward, it's all a blur. Whether they're white or black, it doesn't matter. It used to be just initially when it was starting, darker skinned people, it was the only people who I couldn't see their faces after a while. Now it's everybody. And my father, when they murdered him, he was My father was a two-tour Vietnam War vet. Preston Joseph Jr. Is his name. Was his name. He died now probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. He died at Loma Linda VA Hospital in Loma Linda, California, which is near San Bernardino. But he had been for the longest time in. He had been. My sister had him in the VA in West Los Angeles. I'm in San Francisco right now, but he was in the VA in West Los Angeles, and also in UC Santa Monica, which is just down the street from the VA in West Los Angeles. He was also in the VA. This place called CalVet, a veterans home, which is on the same property as the VA in West Los Angeles. So this literally walking, and when I say walking this, I literally mean it's like, just like go from one building to the next, right? But a lot of sick and ill veterans, they can just still hop on the shuttle if they want to, just drive across the parking lot to get to this other building, right? Get to the VA from CalVet. Anyway, so yesterday when I was getting burned for about 30 minutes after having gone to the bathroom, these containers I go in, I stick these down my pants so I'm not exposing myself out here on the sidewalk since I'm homeless, for now at least, and have been for some time now. But I do it that way, plus also to hide they want to take pictures of me. These people have a pathological obsession with what I look like down there, and I refuse to give them pictures. So that's another reason why I do everything inside my clothes, you know. But anyways, they were burning me last night for about 30 minutes straight until I started talking about my interpretations of Book of Revelations. And then I'm reminding you now that Book of Revelations 11 chapters. They call it chapter 11. Chapter 11. It talks about the olive trees or the two witnesses. And it says that when somebody tries to harm the olive trees I interpret as being the tall persons, two tall people. There's two of them, two witnesses, the two olive trees, tall people, and I happen to have olive complexion because I'm biracial, half black, half white. My father's was black, half American. My mother's white, German, from Hanover, Germany. Um, and so that's what I think with the two olive trees. I started thinking, well, maybe I'm an olive tree. And because I had been doing these, and I started doing these interpretations, by the way, of Revelations on October 11th of this month, October 11th, 2025. And I said, wow, I've been talking about some of this stuff already. My interpretations were matching things I had already been talking about, like such as the white supremacy in the deep state, which is the first beast. It matches. I'd already been talking about that definitely since I got to LA, or shortly after, in the first week when I first got to LA, like 7 months ago or 7.5 months ago. I started saying this is white supremacists, and they're in all law enforcement. They've infiltrated law enforcement, all these different institutions in this country, and that represents the deep state, because they're operating outside the law. They're breaking the law. That's what the key part of the deep state is. It's like, yeah, okay, they got white supremacy in there, but the key aspect of what makes them the deep state is that they're breaking the law. They're operating outside the law. And this is why this country is turning into a fascist country, is because they want to make all of what they're doing, they want to make it all legal. They want to put it all above board and make it so it's not illegal anymore. And that to do that, they have to get rid of the Constitution, and come up with something else, or dramatically um, uh, have parts of the Constitution just stricken down, voted down. You know how the Constitution works. 2/3 of the states, I think, have to approve has to ratify these amendments, changes to the amendments, right? Anyways, so the first beast in Revelations, the white supremacists, which they say, if you recall, is the first beast is represented by the first beast, they say, has 7 heads, and one of the heads has a mortal wound that healed. And the mortal wound that healed, I believe, represents Nazi Germany having been, we thought, destroyed, and white supremacy having been destroyed with it. But it was not. And it's come back from the abyss. They refer to it as the abyss of history, I refer to it as. And it's come back, and now it's everywhere in this country, unfortunately. This is California, a blue state, but trust me, it is nothing of the kind. It has been like this for a long time, because my mom like when I talk about what happened to my family in this state and how they've been targeting our family for my family for over 42, possibly as long as 47 years. My mom had a hysterectomy. So I was born in Louisiana. I'm the youngest. My mom had two kids, me, my sister Adriana, me and Michael. Um, and I was born in 1973. When we moved to California, couple of years later, that's where she ended up seeing a doctor, where she ended up being told she needed a hysterectomy. Why? And she always said to me, when I was old enough to understand what a hysterectomy even was, she said she never understood why she had to have one. Why, right? Why remove her entire womb, her entire uterus, for why, right? This is in fucking California, the blue state, where they had, but it's like, to me, it's a eugenics thing. Biracial family, uh, or interracial family rather, with two biracial kids who were flagged as gifted. That's another strike, I think, against us, me and my sister, being flagged as gifted. Um, and, uh, and basically, this is not a part of what I believe how their eugenics program works. They want to make the black population not just, they want to just control who does and doesn't have kids, can and can't have kids. If they don't actually want to have intelligent black people. They say, oh, you know what? These black people, let's end their bloodline. But we want to make black people look and act like how we envision them in our minds. Is the white supremacists what they're thinking? They see black people as, in their minds, as being inferior intellectually in all these different ways. Well, hey, why don't we actually make it happen as well? Why don't we manifest that reality as well, right? So anyways, these are some theories I have, but in any case, my social security number, I can show you my social security card. I don't know if I should do that right now. I can, maybe I will. Just give me a moment to dig it out of my pocket. Um, hold on a second. It's very annoying because going through all these clothes I got on top of me. I'll show you my social security card. Here we go. Okay, this is my social security card right here. You can see that on the back side. Make sure it gets into focus. I just flipped it over. I'll show you again so it stays on camera when I flip it over. There's my social security card. Can you see that? Oops, it's upside down. Oops. There we go. So there's my name. There's my number. You see that? 64121666. Get that? So apparently, I called Social Security Administration a week and a half ago or so, and they told me that this was issued in 1988, and I presume that means before my 15th birthday, because Adriana, my sister, said I was 14 when I got that she was 15 because she needed it. She needed it. She was getting a job at the Miller's Outpost in the mall. There's a clothing store back then. I don't think they exist anymore. And she needed a social security number just to start work in the mall as just as a first job, right? And so, but I totally thought I was younger than that when I got this card, but it doesn't really matter. Still, I was 14 when I got this. But this is the reason it says down there below 5/20/2011 is because I had this reissued when I was driving cab. I lost my social security card at some point, and this was already battered. But this one I got reissued. You can see here on May 20th, 2011. That's when it was reissued. So at this point, 14 years ago, whatever, 14 and a half years ago. So anyways, what else can I talk about? So the burning has gotten less. I'm gonna keep talking if they're gonna keep doing this shit to me. I'm an olive tree. And the olive tree, it says when someone tries to harm the olive trees, in Revelations in chapter 11, it says when somebody tries to harm the olive trees, they will respond with the swords of their mouths, the swords from their mouths, which I interpret to mean fiery words that are gonna make accusations. That's gonna tell the truth. That's gonna tell these people who they are. It's going to talk about everything I know about all kinds of subjects in this country. That's what I'm going to do. and I can talk about the education system in this country. I can talk about um, how everything is by design. We think about how broken certain aspects of our society is and the world itself, and you start to think things are. You'll believe everything is. Oh, we just need to fix it. There's no political will, but we can do it. We just need to raise the money. No, that's not it at all. It's all by design. You think these things are broken, but they're not. They're by design. We are not the leaders of this country and the powerful people of this country. They're not so stupid that they don't know how to fix anything. They don't want to fix anything. They're designed to be broken. They're designed to be dysfunctional. Our government is designed right now to be dysfunctional. Our population is designed to be at each other's throats and to be divided. It's all by design with these people. And that's part of what we need to understand. And the fact that we don't even know how to read the Bible. I can show you an example of one passage that I really like in Mathew is, you can see this one right here. This is the NIV Bible, Matthew 6:26 up top, page 458, I guess that says, yep. And here it says, Jesus calms the storm. I'll get that in focus real quick. And you can pause it to get that text, and you can compare it. This is all there is. It's still recording, thankfully. It didn't get shut off. I have to restart.